Today I'm going to be doing a book unhaul. I've got like over 20 books that I'm unhauling right now. Most of the books that I'm going to be showing you I did really like, and only out of those like 2 that I absolutely hated, and like a couple others that I really disliked and just don't want to be reminded of their existence. What better way to start a video than by being salty? The first book that I'm salty about and am glad to be getting rid of is Blind Fury by Linda LaPlante. This is a crime thriller. It's about Detective Anna Travis as she and her department try to find a killer by using another incarcerated killer that they incarcerated personally themselves. Now doesn't that sound badass? Doesn't Blind Fury sound badass? Doesn't this cover look badass? The premise is badass. The book's not. It is a lie. The second book that I'm salty about and glad to be getting rid of is Strangers by Dean Koontz. I got given this on the fact that someone said that Dean Koontz writes like Stephen King, which is strange because for some reason I still got bored as to what was going on. Like Stephen King hints to a lot of stuff that's going on in his novels, whereas with this one there wasn't a lot of hints. Like you were just going in there blind, and it kind of made the story feel like it was going on and on and on, especially when not each chapter had its own climax, which I personally enjoy out of Stephen King's writing. It's great because his books are massive and you need to like have that flow. So I don't think this book had much flow. I also really didn't like the end. The end, like I was so looking forward to the end because it took me months to read this book, and I'm one of those stubborn people who will not read 2 books at once and who will not read another book until I finish the book I'm reading right now. I will not read 2 books at once. I will not. I must finish it. It will not beat me. This is a book I didn't like. I didn't so much hate it. Yeah, I felt let down by it, and that's Spell Right by Blake Charlton. I think if I'd read this when I'd gotten it when I was younger and hadn't read that many books, I would have absolutely loved it and would have read the entire series. But I think now that I'm older and I've read a lot of books, I can just see the tropes and the cliches dancing around each other, leaving no room for anything else on the dance floor of this book. That was a fucking metaphor, yes. It's about a world where words are magic. You just like write them on the arm or something and project them into the world. And this guy, the main guy, has a form of dyslexia, which obviously in a world made of magic is not a good thing. Everything he touches just falls apart and fucks up. And there's the chosen one aspect in it and stuff like that, and it just gets really, really annoying near the end. If this goes out to a charity shop and some other kid picks it up who hasn't read a lot of books, they're gonna really, really enjoy this, because at the end it did seem like it was letting up and kind of going into its own. So maybe this series gets better, but I'm too old to risk that kind of letdown. I'm just too old for that. This is a book I half hated, half loved. This is a contemporary, The Store by Michael Pearson, about a store. It's set in the 1800s, early 1900s, about a store that Thomas Kingston starts, and he wants to turn it into this like massive mall where he sells absolutely everything in it. I love the writing style, but god, after the first third I just hated the story. I was reminded why I didn't read contemporary. This isn't a book that I hated, this isn't a book that I disliked, but this is a book that fucked me up, and it's called A Good Woman by Daniel Steele. I read this when I was 12. If you've ever read this book before, you know that there's a rape scene in it, written in first-person writing. As a 12-year-old who didn't know anything about sex, that was not a good way to find out. I was traumatized. I have only just now been able to start reading romance. If I read anything about kissing, I would have flashbacks to this book. Please, if you see this anywhere and you're under 12 or you know nothing about the sexuals, don't pick up this book. This is Fierce September by Fleur Beale, the second thrilling book in the Juno series. I had all intention to read this book until I read that part up top that it was the second book in a series, and it's so old and it's so underground and undiscovered that the first book is kind of not in publication unless I go on some shady website to buy it, which I don't plan on doing because I already have enough paranoia buying shit from websites. I also read some part of it and it's written in first person, and I have developed an extreme intolerance towards first person. I don't know, I guess I don't want that kind of empathy going on inside my head. I don't want to feel that sorry. I don't want to feel that. I don't want to feel it on a personal level, okay? I already feel enough as it is. I don't need someone else fucking influencing me. The next one that I'm getting rid of and haven't read, like Fierce September, is a bit controversial because it's very well loved in the booktube community, and I'm so sorry if I offend anyone, but I'm going to be getting rid of City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. This was gifted to me, I don't know why. It's book 5 in a 6-book series that I had no intention of reading. I'm not hooked on this kind of story, so you know, I can go to a charity shop and instead of being like 30 bucks at fucking Wickhills, someone can get it for 5 bucks at a charity shop, so you're welcome. This is a book I actually liked. It's called The Hard Way by Lee Child. It's about a soldier, very known werewolf kind of vibes to it. I read it when I was really, really young, so I can't really remember much what it was about, which is why I'm getting rid of it. Okay, this one is like half controversial, half seen it from a mile away, because I'm pretty sure, like, you either have one opinion or the other. You either love this series or you hate this series. So I'm gonna be getting rid of Twilight, New Moon, and Eclipse by Stephanie Meyer, the first 3 books in the Twilight series saga. The reason why I'm getting rid of this is simply because I don't plan to get the 4th book to finish up the series, and these 2 are fucking massive. They're like the big floppy ones that everyone loves because they can like do things on the side. I fear people who can do that. I'm like puffing holding these up. They're so big. I'm gonna put them down. I've also got some really cool like kids stuff as well. I've got Hercules, a junior novel by Kathy East Dubowski, based on a screenplay, blah 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 blah. I've also got It's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Ronald Dahl, and Confessions of a Bitter Secret Santa by Lara Bergen. I like the Babysitter's Club down there, if you can see. I don't have an emotional attachment to these 3 books, so I reckon someone else could thoroughly enjoy these. These next books are also kind of like children's books. The first one I haven't read. It's 101 Gruesome Facts by Ellen Otway. Oh shit, I just hit myself in the head. I got this pretty late when I was out of my, you know, reading all these gruesome facts stage. So hopefully some other kid who likes really gruesome, gory facts is gonna pick this up and join the club of gore. The next one is Oh Yikes! History's Grossest Wackiest Moments by Joy Massif. I remember loving this. It's just a bunch of, it just goes through from A to Z like a encyclopedia, talking about all these disgusting, wacky fucking moments in history, and it's great and I loved it. That's 101 Cool Science Experiments with Glenn Singleton. It's got like just your average nice little stuff. Like it's got invisible ink. Yeah, it's just got a lot of cool like kid experiments. It's got cool ratings on it to show you how hard it's gonna be, how many people you need, and if you need adult supervision. Also, I've got this random book here called Magic Eye, A New Way of Looking at the World by I love this, look, NE Thing Enterprises. Cool, eh? Yeah, but like it's just a bunch of illusions. And you stare at them and you see things, and I just never have been able to see the things. Everyone else can see the things and I can't see the things, so I might as well give it to someone else who can see the thing and appreciate the thing and have it on display and fucking shit, you know. Another, you know, on this basis of like textbook fucking books, I'm also getting rid of the Concise Oxford Dictionary. I'm getting rid of this one because it's bad, the spine's kind of breaking, I'm making it worse. But I don't tend to use this particular dictionary. I have another dictionary that's pretty much almost exactly like this, except it is smaller and it's in better condition, so someone else can use it. Next one, I remember liking this book. It's Someone Special by Sheila O'Flanagan. It's just a love story, an adult love story that I read when I was not an adult. I've also got I Like It Like That by Claire Kalman. I also remember liking this book. Another adult love story, but again, that's all I can remember about it, that I liked it and that it's a love story and an adult fiction. This is one I fully intended on picking up, but I didn't. Don't Even Think About It by Lauren Henderson. I think this is another adult love story. It's been a very long time since I picked up this book, and I just haven't read it yet, so it's just, I don't think it's gonna happen. So I also have some books that I gave to my sister, which I'm gonna go get now. So I gave my sister 4 books. I gave her Eeny Meeny by MJ Arledge. I always mispronounce her name. This killer puts 2 people in a room and makes them kill each other. Detective Inspector Helen Grace has to figure out how to get them out. Not how to get them out, how to find this killer. I thought the twist was pretty awesome. Probably not one of those books that I'm ever gonna read again. Just a nice one read kind of thing. It has its flaws. It's crime thriller. It's got a female lead. There is a lot of downfalls that come with putting female leads in crime thriller books, and a lot of the time it just lets me down. This book did not let me down though, so that's all right. I don't think it made any sense just then. I don't care. I'm going. It's been 26 minutes and I have to edit this shit. The next book I gave her was The Forsaken by Lisa M. Stasi. It's basically kind of like the Hunger Games. I remember thinking this was the most awesome book ever, and I, like with most of these books, I had every intention of carrying on the series, but I left it too long. And it's written in first person, and like I said, after a while of reading first person, you just get annoyed by it. I have grown an intolerance to it. I can't stand it. I don't think I'll gel well with this story anymore. I've like opened it to a random page and read a couple of pages just off the nil to see if I would still get into it, and I didn't. I also gave her Guardian of the Dead by Karen Healy. If you've seen my first wrap up, you will know that I gushed about this book being awesome because it's about Māori mythology, which is my culture, which is awesome, and it's set in my country, New Zealand. And the reason why I'm giving it away, why I decided to get it off my shelf, was because I thought it would be selfish of me to keep this book all on its own sitting on my shelf, where I probably won't reread it because it is written in first person as well. I cannot for the life of me find the fourth book that I gave her, but it's called What Boys Really Want by Pete Hortman. Both me and my sister got a copy when we were really young and we really loved it. I just personally don't want to keep it because I don't really feel like rereading it. It's one of those really weirdly written ones, and my sister loved it and she's like, oh my gosh, yes, I will totally take that. I would take it if you're getting rid of it. So I gave it to her, and now I have over half an hour of footage to edit. That's been my book unhaul. Also, did you notice while I was filming that A, I'm wearing makeup, B, it's fucking sunny outside. Well, it just got a little cloudy just now, but it's actually really sunny today, so I'm gonna go out and enjoy it. What am I doing? Where I just needed... Fuck up, Monica, damn it. Monica, I'm filming a video, please.